Hi guys, it's Edie. Okay, so for the benefit of you guys that are going to be doing this stem cell procedure, let me tell you, if you get both knees done, it's really hard the first, second, and third days. I had my procedure done on Thursday. That's when they re-injected the cells back. The cells back into my knee. And what they did was they didn't have enough stem cells. I needed 400 million stem cells, and they only counted 500 million. And so what they did was they injected my right knee, since my right knee is a lot worse, like twice as worse as my left knee, or twice as bad. And so that happened on Thursday, and that took about 2 hours to do both knees, and then I believe they flipped me over and they did the back of my right knee for sure, and they used the gravity of my kneecap or whatever to allow the stem cells to flow in and settle, which was kind of cool because I'm bone on bone on both knees. So, but apparently the right is worse. All right, anyway, the reason why I'm doing this video today is to show you the recovery time. When I was recovering, especially the first day, because I passed out from the Percocet, I didn't know I was allergic to it, and I stopped breathing. My mom said anywhere between 2 to 4 minutes. I started turning yellow and gray, and then my lips were purple, and she said, so she had to administer a CPR. My mom's a nurse. And so she administered CPR, she held my nose, she pumped air into my lungs, and I took a big deep breath. So my mom saved my life. Yay. Yay. Anyway, so if it wasn't for my mom, I wouldn't be here now. Percocet almost killed me. So anyway, I am that allergic to opiates. And an opiate is Vicodin, morphine, and Percocet. And I guess you could look up the rest, but you really got to be careful, especially if that makes you sick. I don't know if even a sliver, like a little tiny bit of Percocet would have helped, but it might help you. I don't know. But the reason why I'm doing this video today is to show you my progress. It is now Sunday, and I am on a crutch with 4 legs, which is really cool because every time I stood up my other crutch, it would fall. And so this can just stand up, no problem, which is really a great invention. So the actual stem cell reinjection was on Thursday. Thursday afternoon, I was out. I couldn't even barely move. They had to lift me into a wheelchair and then lift me out of the wheelchair into the bed, and I just stayed in the bed. I did not go to the bathroom for 16 hours. They said the doctor called, and he was concerned, and he said I was severely dehydrated. That was another reason why. But they did give me apple juice and water at the facility, so I don't know why he would think I was dehydrated, but he knows best. Anyway, so they tried to put as much water in me as I could. I remember just laying there like I was just passed out. Every time I tried to move my legs, it was just sent shearing pain because I was no longer on any meds, so I didn't have any painkillers in me. The Percocet, I think, wore off after about maybe 5 hours. And every time I ate any little thing, I felt like vomiting. But I didn't want to vomit the Percocet because that stuff is expensive. And I thought, Jesus, what am I going to do? So I just laid there like a dead person on the bed. We were at the hotel. And finally, after 16 hours, I went number 1 to the bathroom. I know that's TMI, but you know what? Some of you who are going to be going through this need to know. I'm probably a worse case than everybody else because my knees were so bad. And I didn't realize how bad they were. I mean, I was dancing till one day, bam, it just shut down, So you never know. I think I was just stretching. Nothing traumatic happened to me. I think I was just stretching my knees or my legs or whatever like a normal dancer would, right? And it just completely shut down. Anyway, all right, long story short. So I'm going to show you right now where I'm at, okay? Right now, I am just using this crutch. In fact, okay, it's Sunday, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days after the procedure on both knees, okay? I'm sure this would be a lot easier if you just did one knee, but I did both knees, all right? Because I wanted just to get her done, you know? So right now, this is where I'm at. Watch. I can walk down one stair, okay? And I can walk like this, which is great. It feels really good right now. I don't feel pain walking, no pain. In fact, but I don't want to push it, you know what I mean? I can walk like this, like a little hobbly old lady. Okay, so see me walk. Now let me tell you what it was like yesterday. Yesterday, I was on crutches still, and that was when? That was Saturday. Remember, the procedure happened to me Thursday. And this is how I was. I was on crutches. I could take a few steps and be on crutches, no problem, okay? And on my left knee, they injected PRP, which is plasma-rich platelets, from my own body on that Tuesday, or no, the Wednesday or Tuesday before, I can't remember. They took a bunch of blood out of my arm and used that for the procedures. So now I know why the FDA and the AMA don't like this, is because if you're using your own blood and your own stem cells to heal you where you need to be healed, who's making money? Not the drug companies, and I'm not taking any drugs, so that's horrible for them, you know? If you use your own body to heal yourself, nobody makes any money, except for the doctors that are re-injecting the blood into the body parts that you need, right? So this is how I was yesterday. Okay, now, so that was Saturday. Friday, the day after the procedure, I was walking like this. Watch. I remember taking a step and then 1, 2, 3. Step, 1, 2, 3. Step, 1, 2, 3. That's how it was on Friday, the day after the procedure. On Thursday, after the procedure, I needed a wheelchair, and then I just laid in bed, and that was it. My mom said that if I didn't go to the bathroom soon, she would take me to the ER, and I would have to put one of those IV drip things, and then they would have to take a catheter. In fact, just the story alone made me go to the bathroom. I thought, you know, fuck that. I am not doing that. I'm not going. I hate hospitals, number one. I am not sticking a catheter in me, and they're not putting another needle in my arm. And so I went to the bathroom. I think from just the shock of everything, you tend to hold it in, right? And you just don't even want to think about sitting on the toilet. Oh, that's another thing. Sitting on the toilet with both knees done is you just kind of have to put your hands in between and put your hand back there and land on the seat. And then when you're done, you have to push yourself off with your hands and make sure that you have a cane or somebody to help you get up. Even when I was suffering from the Percocet, my mom had to help me get up. And I used, we'll show you, I used the back of her arm. She's really good at this. And she pulled me up with her body rather than trying to use her arms. I mean, she's 78 years old, hello. But she still knows exactly how to move people. She should have been a dancer. She would know, well, then she would have been a leader. Anyway, so she pulled me up from her arm like that, and I was able to move from her tricep. I held on, and she pulled me up from the bed so that at least I could go to use the restroom. I can't thank my mom enough. What an angel. Thank God. Because nobody around me knew what to do, right? I should probably show you some maneuvers on what she did in my next video. So anyway, that's how I was on Thursday. I was flat on my back. So, Thursday, crutches, 1, 2, 3. No, Friday. Saturday, crutches still, but walking better. Sunday, the cane with the four-legged cane, and no. Okay, Friday, barely crutches. Saturday, okay. Sunday, the cane and the crutches. Friday, Saturday, I'm losing track of time. Anyway, the bottom line is I am walking, and it is now Sunday. It's Sunday, and I'm walking, and I'm just using this just for stability because I do feel a little off balance every once in a while. But you know what? Yeah, I'm feeling good, and I'm learning a lot about my body. I'm learning that that osteoarthritis is around my body, so I'm going to do everything I can to eliminate that. I don't care what it takes. I don't know, but osteoarthritis that's the reason why my feet have been hurting for a year, is because on the bottom of my spine I have osteoarthritis, and that affects your toes and your feet. And I'm going to show you in the next video how I'm propping up my bed sheets so that my toes don't get smashed like this. I can still lay like that with my toes up at night and move them around, because when we have our bed sheets, they flatten. And I think if your toes are in a pointed position like this all night long and you try to get up, that's why I felt like when I got up in the morning that I had been sleeping in shoes that were a size 1, and now I'm a size 8. I used to be a 6.5 before I wore Vibram 5 fingers. Now I'm a size 7.5, 8. Anyway, so I'm going to show you how I prop up my bed to keep my feet free to move around at the end of the bed. Okay, so long enough video, sorry. So this is Edie the Salsa Freak getting better, signing out. I wanted to thank all of you that supported me for my GoFundMe account. It's just amazing everything that you guys have done. I hope that in the future I will be able to pay it forward in one way or another. If anything, to encourage all of you to possibly go through the same thing that I did, because as a dancer, having knee replacements, hip replacements, all those replacements, there's always problems later on. That's what I've heard, especially if you're as active as a dancer as I was, or as I will continue to be. So try stem cells first through Regenix. Use your own stem cells so that your body won't reject it. Use stem cells that aren't like baby urine from the placenta of women. That's how they call it. And you don't know really where these stem cells have come from, you know. If they're from your own body, at least you know they're from you, and that'll encourage you to eat well, to sleep well, to, you know, because if you're re-injecting your own cells back into you, you got to make sure that you take care of yourself. I did not take any painkillers for 3 months before, and I'm not going to ever take any ibuprofen again, because that destroys white blood cells, I found out, and that will completely cancel out what the stem cells do for you. So ibuprofen is out. Any type of opiate is out. I took 1 extra strength Tylenol last night, so that at least when I move around in the sheets, that's another thing. When you move around in the sheets after your first day, you just feel like somebody's constantly stabbing you. But it's 3 days later, and I'm feeling really good. So I just got to make sure that I don't overdo it. And that's my thing, is I overdo everything. So I have to make sure and just pull back the reins and use the black belt system to train my instructors who are going to train students rather than myself. And that's what's so great about the system that I created, is that everything is online, and you don't need to actually physically be there to train people, which is awesome in the system. So I still may go to practice, but I'm not going to move. I'm not going to try to move. Okay, long enough. I will see you guys later. Bye.